Hey everyone, thank you for tuning to In and Out of Character, a Roleplayers podcast where I, your host, Mr. Island, talk to roleplayers from all corners of the community to talk about this weird and awesome hobby that we love to enjoy. Today I'm talking with someone named Murkrowski. I just call him Murk. He is a friend of mine who I haven't talked to in a long time, and I hope that this episode finds him well. I hope you're doing okay, bud. So in this episode, we just talked about random tabletops. We also talked about cosplaying, and we talked about My Hero Academia roleplay. And we also asked the question: is roleplaying like writing fan fictions? So stick around, enjoy the show, and hey, if you want to come and yell at me, feel free to join the Discord. Anyways, enjoy the show. Here we go.
Here we
Here we
go.
go. Let's go, boy. All right. You ready?
I am.
All right. Well, first off, Merc, it is a genuine and sincere pleasure to have you with me today, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Of course, I'm happy that you invited me.
Yeah. I met you through some mutual friends of mine. I have no idea who you are. We have never roleplayed together. Uh, I don't even know what forms of role playing you even enjoy.
Well, for starters, I enjoy a lot of text-based. What's
Mm,
that? Para RP is what you
yeah,
guys
like
called it, I think.
like forum RP, pair RP, stuff like that.
Yeah, mostly that. I was introduced to it only about 2 years ago, or about
Mm,
a year and a half. It would have been
mm,
October 2022. And I met some friends on Destiny, and they're like, "Hey, you were talking about writing, so dudes thought maybe you'd be interested in this," and they invited me to an RP server.
Is it a Destiny RP server?
Oh no, it was a My Hero Academia actually.
Oh, that's cool. So you were talking about Destiny and like the I've been wanting. I know. Okay, like I'm not a big fan of like Destiny's gameplay. I used to play the shit out of the first one, and then Destiny 2 came around, and I could just never quite pick it up. You know what I mean?
hmm
But I've always wanted like Destiny roleplay. You know?
It it has a lot of opportunity for that. I I've created lore and background for my own guardians, all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
They I haven't gone super like far into writing anything, but it's all in my head. I mean, as long as it's there, that's the thought that counts.
Yeah, that is true. Um, so like, the My Hero Academia one, I also joined a My Hero Academia one a long time ago. I don't even know if I'm still part of that Discord server anymore. I don't think I am, to be honest with you. But I what was that like?
It was well for my first experience, it was pretty good. I would say
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have anything to compare it to, but it was it was fun. It was let's see. I'm trying to think of how many people there were. Because there are 18 people in a class with all the teachers and
Mm-hmm.
with all the other heroes. I think one, two, three, four, five, seven, eight. There were nine of us to start, but someone dropped pretty early, so then it's
Mm.
just eight.
Is this
So
the? Do they have the? To really quick, because I think I recall something about the specific Discord server I was in, is that they had time passed by, like real time equated to real time in the server or the story. Does that make sense?
yes, yeah, like as time passes in real life, it also passes in the story.
Yeah, like your classes were on certain days and stuff like that. And I'm like, how can you keep that up? Because like people can't respond all the time,
Right?
right? Right?
Yeah,
Especially in like a forum or like in a Discord or something like that. Like you can carry it around in your pocket, but like, homie, people gotta work. People gotta do actual shit. People gotta go outside and touch grass, my friend. Like I just didn't understand that concept. Is that the same sort of thing that happens in that one?
absolutely not.
Oh, thank
Considering
goodness.
everyone was busy, and I joined when I was out of the farms, and that's usually like the busiest time
Mm-hmm.
I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely not. I think over the course of 2 years we got through 3 days in the RP. Um, yeah, it went slow, but it was still
Good.
fun. Like when things were going,
Mm-hmm.
they were going. When things were slow, it was slow.
Good, because like that's always been like one of those big things. Because like people try to sometimes people in the role play community or their communities in general will try to like put a twist on something. And I'm like, and people who force a certain like time restriction on the community, it's so weird. Because I'm just like, you know, people get busy, right?
Yeah, it's like you're not. It's not like an equal opportunity kind of thing, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like the people who don't have things going on, the people who don't work are gonna like be more involved, but then the people who actually have other things that are doing this more as a pastime,
Mm-hmm.
they're, they're not getting the chance, which is I'm super glad we just didn't do that whole time system thing.
Yeah. But you were saying something before I cut you off about the whole time thing.
I was.
Yeah, you were talking about the server in general, like the experience of
Oh,
it.
that's right, that's right. Yeah, no, so there were I'm pretty sure there was eight
Mm-hmm.
of us. Because there is yeah, one, two, three. Yep, there are eight of us. Okay. And then oh no, a ninth did eventually join. I forgot. One of our friends' girlfriends did join after he made her watch like the first season or so of My Hero.
Mm-hmm.
And I think last time I had checked the server, she was like just being introduced. Yeah, so it was cozy. I knew everyone already before joining
Mm-hmm.
the server, with the exception of two people, but one of them ended up leaving, so you know. And then, they became a good friend. I talked to them here and there. We play on
Mm-hmm.
different platforms, different games, so it's not usually a like super big connection. But yeah, it's still nice to meet new people, play games
Mm-hmm.
with.
Oh, absolutely. Do you is that the only role playing that you do? Have you tried tabletops or any of
I
that?
I have I should have started with D&D. I that completely just I forgot. Yeah, no, I started playing D&D in March of 2015, so almost 10 years ago. That was, I think, my first form of RP then. It would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I just joined I saw some people playing at a local game shop, and I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" It was kind of a slow day, and they were like the only people there. And so I just asked, and they're like, "Go, we're playing D&D. We do it every, I think it was Thursday night." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, that's cool. I've heard about it. What's it about?" And, they told me they actually wrote me in a character, and that character ended up being my um what's it called? Turned into my OC, or one of my OCs for fantasy
Yeah.
settings. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's a wood elf named Eldon.
That's awesome. My very first D&D character was and cuz you and I knew each other through mutual friends, they can all hear this and be like, "Ah, yeah, that is very much something a what Dustin would do." I my very first character was a dragonborn paladin and everybody teases me for it now.
Nothing
I
wrong with
think
that.
I just think they're neat. Insert the Marge meme here.
I just think they're neat.
Neat.
Uh,
But so D&D into My Hero, like that's a pretty big leap. Like, was there anything in between all that, or was that just did you just enjoy D&D and then stop for a while and then you're just like, oh, My Hero?
well, let me think, because I had a couple of D&D campaigns. I haven't played nearly as much as I wish,
Hmm.
because there was that campaign, and then I started another a 5th edition campaign after that. I think it was 3.5 is what I started on.
Hey, I
Um,
also started with 3.5.
hey, nice. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's a lie. Hold on. I
Oh,
started with 4.0, but I quickly found
oh.
3.5, and 3.5 was my baby that I loved in the D&D universe. Now I don't even play D&D much anymore. I play a whole bunch of other ones. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's that D&D campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would have been about another 2 years, I think, before I did another campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one was pretty good. Met a lot of people there. Um, After that, I hosted or I DM'd some D&D things like at my house. They never really went very far, sadly. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're all in high school. It didn't take, or well, we didn't have time really. This is around the time when people were getting jobs and
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends, and so scheduling was kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was always the DM for those. I never really had the chance to
Oh,
like.
are you still the forever DM?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh,
I
dude, I hate that for you. I'll run a game for you at some point. It'll be a short campaign, but I'll do it because, like, I love DMing. Don't get me wrong, but it's always so nice. It's always fun to be the GM, right? Or like the dungeon master, or the game master,
yeah.
whatever. Um, but it's always nice to be able to just play the game. You know what I mean? To not
Mhm.
run the campaign, but to just play it and react instead of having to lay down the tracks. You name it.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch here. Like I have Pathfinder, I have Animon Story, which is like Digimon and Pokemon mixed together. I have the
Ooh.
Avatar Legends, I have like obscure ones, I have like just so many different ones. And I have solo ones, I have ones meant for 2 people, ones meant for 4 people, ones meant for small stories. I'll do it for you, man. Just let me know and I'll make it happen.
There. I've never ever been into it, but we saw a My Little Pony
Mm.
RPG book at one of the game shops, and we thought that would
Oh.
be really really interesting to try.
Oh God, we're about to go into some dark history in Mr. Island's lore here. I also ran a both Jack, and I can talk about this because Jack, as far as I know, burnt the box. So Jack and I had a game of what we called spaghetti, and he had built a custom box where like a custom wooden chest, and he had put all of our My Little Pony tabletop stuff in that box. And he told us if we told anybody, he would set it on fire. And then I forget how. I might have actually been the one who spoiled the secret, and I think he actually set it on fire. I've never confirmed it. I just been like, "Oh, okay, well, it's gone, I guess."
Yeah, he didn't bring that up when we were talking about the RPG at the store, so yeah, that's something
Oh,
we should definitely inquire about.
that's a that's a fun story. I would love to have Jack talk about that. I also ran a campaign for some other people. Yes, everybody, I ran a camp. Not only did I partake in, I also ran a My Little Pony campaign. All right, let's just get that out of the way. It happened, but I ran one for a game that actually Jack kickstarted on Kickstarter. And what the fuck was the name of that game? I have to ask Jack. It's like My Little Pony except noir
Oh,
ish. It's what the fuck is the name of it? His name is in the book too. If anybody has the book, you know where it is. And you can look in there, you can find his name. No, not that I'm trying to dox my friend or anything.
oh
Uh,
wait, like Jack's name is actually in the book.
oh yeah, because he kickstarted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, my bad. I forgot that crowdfunding is a thing. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. I have also partook in that particularly heathenistic thing is what I'm trying to say. What else have you been into role play wise?
Um, Oh, let's see. So there was all the D&Ds I hosted that never went anywhere. There
Mm-hmm.
was we did a one-off JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tabletop kind of thing, which that was pretty fun.
That
I
sounds like a
uh
lot of fun.
I made all the stands and whatnot. I'm like, hey, if you guys want to use these stands, you can, or if you want to like make your own, which I'm pretty sure everyone made their own based on like the music they liked, which is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I should have the drawings somewhere in my house. I don't know where they are. But everyone like drew their own character and like their stand. That was pretty fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. If you like basing things off of music, I don't know if that was like a one-off thing, but something that you can do that's always been like a lot of fun is do a bards run for in like Pathfinder or D&D where everybody has to play a bard. Uh
Ooh, ooh.
and and just like let them do different types of like bard builds. My favorite is like my favorite is the person who grabs the head of the mace and uses it as a microphone and screams into it and causes bleeding damage. That's my favorite.
That that I didn't know you could do that as a bard, but
You can, well, I don't know if you can officially do it as a bard, but you can
well,
still,
people can bend the rules.
yeah, you can do whatever you want in the theater of your imagination. All right,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite things about D&D, where people are like, "You can't do that," and it's just like, "Shut up." It's numbers on a piece of paper with some dice. All right, I can do whatever the fuck I want as long as I have those three items,
Exactly. I
and as
I am
long
a
as God
big
is okay with it. God being the
uh
GM, not literal God.
I am a big fan of letting my players have fun
Hmm.
over like following rules.
Hmm.
I'm like 90% of like everything that's happened in the campaign I'm currently hosting. We host
Hmm.
every Monday night, and tomorrow will have been 3 weeks since we haven't played, but they're all coming over for that, and they're very excited.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, last time we had five dudes turn into like a Megazord, and then they fought him.
Uh,
Eh,
hold on, hold on. I didn't expect to hear that today. What now?
okay, no, so they were besieging like a town, right? They
Uh-huh.
broke through the main gate, but the first gate they had a guy and his name was General Yellow, and you'd think, oh yeah, he's dressed in all yellow, he would have lightning magic. Wrong, ice magic. And then there's General Green, and I think General Green had the electric magic, if I remember, because
Hmm.
General Red had the plant magic. General Blue had the fire magic, I think. And
Hmm.
then at the very end was General Black and King White, and they're like, "Oh, General Black, you have to heal us." And then he's like, "Oh, I heal you." And then what they did is they like two dudes stood at the bottom, and then the king jumped in the middle and they held onto his legs, and then the king held out his arms and two other dudes jumped on his arms, and then the other guy piggybacked on him. And then they turned into a robot basically. Made of six people. But I didn't have any minis, so I just put like a Gundam on the table.
Well, that'd be cool.
And
A Gundam tabletop would be pretty cool. I know that there is a tabletop out there that is there a tabletop out there that uses Gundams?
they're not like an RPG, but there's oh, what's it called? So someone like they made a game basically that uses the models for
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
like
asking.
Warhammer. Yeah, it's basically just Warhammer, or no, not Warhammer. Have you ever heard of BattleTech, I think?
Oh, BattleTech, yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, let me just Google and see if BattleTech is. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's literally BattleTech, but basically just like replace that with like Gundam models.
Awesome. That sounds pretty cool. Like I've never been like I when I was younger, I loved Gundams, and as I gotten older, I just like I never really cared about it. But again, one of our mutual friends is really into Gundams,
Mhm.
and like last night before this whole shebang, we were watching what was it? What was the name of that show?
Oh, I think that one was Build Fighters. Build divers. It was either build divers or build fighters.
Dude, I just want to make like a little Gundam and just be like, I just want an excuse to play with a little Gundam.
Dude, they're fun. This mutual friend of ours also got me real into Gundams. He's the reason I started buying kits. Now I have a wall of boxes behind me. I have three now that are currently in progress of being built. I have two more on the way. I love them. Ever since he introduced me to it, it's great. And the world, all the worlds, like all the universes or timelines, I should say, have great potential for a roleplay. And there's so much like political stuff, like different factions, different like splinter factions of factions. You can pick any point in like the main timeline, and it's like you can go from there. And I think doing that would be really fun. It would take a lot of you definitely have to like borrow something similar to like build a basis on for like at least like the role playing aspects. So
it does sound like it has like a lot of potential, and that's one of the big things like role playing is so good at, because like role playing has the ability to take something that you really enjoy and give you the ability to kind of expand on it in your own little way. And I love role playing. I don't know if I've talked about that with you. I am a huge role playing nerd. I'm a big fan. I love people who cosplay. I like actors. I love people who just do all these different things in the role playing community. Welcome to my podcast.
I totally forgot that cosplaying is a form of roleplay too.
Oh, absolutely.
I have cosplayed in the past. I'm pretty sure the first person I ever cosplayed was I'm trying to remember what year the convention was, but I was Link. I had like one of those like Link hoodies. I put on like khakis, I think, and my mom made me like the little the fairy. And then I just had like a wooden sword that I had from like the local Renfest. And yeah, I just, went around. People are like, "Oh my god, I love your Link. Can you say something?" I'll always be like, "Yeah." And yeah, that's all I said whenever people would talk to me, and they loved it. I'm really sad because my iPhone 4 that I had all the photos on, it locked me out. So I can't even look at them anymore, which makes me really, really sad. But that was long time ago.
Yeah, I'm thrilled for you. I am so scared of cosplaying. I've been trying to get into it. I have a friend who's again been on this podcast. His name is Void Shift, and he does some really cool cosplays. Like he's a part of the 306, or is it the 306? I forget what the name of that one. The 601 battalion. It's basically like this really large Star Wars cosplay group that they were even in the Mandalorian.
The 501st.
The 501st. Why the fuck did I could not think of that? I'm so sorry, guys, listening to this. Don't come for me, please. I'm scared of cosplayers. They can afford all that shit. I don't know what else they can afford too. All right. But I've always been like really inspired by people's ability to get in costume and then therefore like expand themselves into different characters. And I've always wanted to do that, but I'm just like, I'm shy. I love people, but I'm really shy about that shit.
On the topic of shyness, cosplaying is actually what kind of got me out of my social anxiety. Because it's like, no one wants to talk to Roronoa Zoro, who is like a wimp that can't even talk to people. So I just kind of got over my social anxiety when I went to so between 2016 and 2021 was a huge gap in no conventions at all. So I went in 2021 with a friend, and she was too nervous to ask some people for photos. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just man up. I'll ask them. And right there, it's like, hey, look, I don't have social anxiety anymore. And I just, yeah. It probably wasn't that simple, but yeah, I just got into character, kinda, and like, I gotta act tough. This is a tough character, and yeah.
That's cool. That's one of the reasons why I love role playing so much, is because it can really like it can be so beneficial. I mean, there are bad aspects of role playing as well. Don't get me wrong, but there's some really cool, great aspects of it as well.
Mm-hmm. It's great, yeah.
Have you considered cosplaying as anybody else recently? Is that something you want to do?
Just recently when I had all of our the or some of our mutual friends that came to visit me, and I was Lock-on Stratos from Gundam 00. He is personally my favorite pilot, and I kind of had the hair for it, so I just straightened my hair, and then I put on a green t-shirt. I'm even wearing one right now. Yeah, jeans, and then the vest, and it's like, hey, look, I'm him. Oh, and gloves. Like, I mean, it's simple, but it's like
it doesn't have to be complex. Like that's the big
yeah.
thing. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have the money for their costume or something. I'm like, homie, you just pick out. You can just do something that makes it resemble it. You don't have to make it one for one comparison. Just have a little bit of fun for it.
Like like you said there earlier about like cosplaying, like it can cost a lot of money if you make something of like foam or even steel to like replicate some armor. Sure, that's going to be expensive, but there's also, cheaper alternatives. And people won't care if you go cheaper because they just think it's cool to see a character they recognize. Like, I'm pretty sure my cosplay total, it was I don't have the little ball that I carried around. That thing was like $8 on Amazon, and I just painted a face on it. And then the vest we found on eBay for like $30. And I bought like a 6-pack or an 8-pack of like Hanes olive green t-shirts, and I already had jeans. So it was like, $50 total.
I know, again, our mutual friend wants to, but I also want to I want to cosplay as a Helldiver really bad. I think everybody wants to cosplay as Helldiver right now, though.
I am a little sad we didn't see any Helldivers at the convention.
What?
I mean, to be fair, this one was a little more anime oriented.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like even with like all the other like game characters we saw, there wasn't any Helldivers. I think they could have seen them. But I didn't see any.
I do have an objection at this moment, though. I feel that Helldivers needs to be classified as an anime, cause my God, have y'all? If anybody's out there is playing Helldivers right now, it feels like a fucking anime.
I unfortunately have not played Helldivers yet.
What the? Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. This is a Roleplayers podcast, not a Helldivers 2 podcast.
It is.
I really, but like on the topic of like that sort of thing, it's really cool that there are things out there that can get people out of themselves and into like a different sort of mindset. And I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy role playing so much. And like that's the same thing with like My Hero Academia, Helldivers 2, doesn't really matter. Has there been anything else like that you've been wanting to really get into in terms of like universe?
I think the Gundam one was like the biggest one I really wanted to get into.
Dude, I looked at so much Gundam shit last night after we I how I was like, I'm gonna go to bed, I'll see you in the morning. And I laid down, right? And my son woke up and he was like, hey daddy, and I was like, hey buddy, and he fell asleep. And once he fell asleep, I was like, all right, I'm gonna Gundams, kits, Gundams, little tiny miniatures. If our mutual friend listens to this, he's gonna smile with glee, and I know he's doing it right now. Virus he's infected me with.
If you have a renewed interest in Gundam, I'm pretty sure now we can all clink our heads together and figure out something that resembles a tabletop RPG Gundam. Like
it'll have to wait. It'll have to wait for like 3, 4, 5 weeks maybe.
That's all fine. I mean, listen, I can get a head start on it.
Okay, you know what? Talk to me after this podcast is over. We can maybe see what we do. Maybe Tabletop Simulator has something. I don't know.
Oh, they do.
Oh my god, you
They
didn't have to tell me that.
oh, we can get into that later.
Like I have like okay, so there is this little I have a tabletop beside me. I kickstarted it not too long ago. And it uses miniature cars to like as players. Like you're like you have a character, but the piece that you move around and you put into position and stuff, they're cars, they're Hot Wheels basically. And so you can take your Hot Wheels and you can mod it and stuff like that and add things to it. And I've been like doing that as like a little hobby. I have yet to play it. I want to really bad, right? But and I need something else to do in my spare time while I'm editing, and just like I need to keep my hands moving. So like I've just been like editing these little tiny cars, and like, dude, if we get into this Gundam thing, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, I honestly like editing, or not editing, but like modifying your Gundams, at least in real life, super duper fun. I don't know if the game can do it, but
like Jack has given me Warhammer stuff because like we were playing a Dark Heresy game there for a little while, and Jack wants me to get into Warhammer. I've been trying to. It's a lot to get into, but I have already taken and painted all of the minis that he's given me, and I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna do with my hands now? What am I gonna do with these digits, with these poppers?
Dark Heresy, that's the Warhammer RPG, right?
Yeah, one of the Warhammer 40k RPGs. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there were multiple.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there's Dark Heresy, Rogue Trader, and there's another one that I can't remember. And it like takes place, and like each one is like a different aspect. If I understand correctly, it's a different aspect of the Warhammer 40k universe. Like there's like the Imperial one, there's I guess the Chaos one, and then there's the one that's like in between them. I think Rogue Trader is the one that's like sort of in between. I might be wrong. Warhammer 40k fans might be pulling out their axes right now, getting ready to hunt me down. I understand. I'm sorry. I don't know much about it.
Listen, if anyone with an axe is gonna go for anyone, it's gonna be me, because they're gonna kill me right here. I'm not a big fan of 40k.
Oh God, they are gonna kill you.
They are gonna kill me.
It was so nice to know you.
It's been a pleasure.
But no, I get it. There's so much. Like that is one of the downsides of getting into like role playing, is that when you find a universe that you like, sometimes there is an absurd amount of lore that you have to absorb through mitosis or whatever in order to like fully understand everything. Like Elder Scrolls Online, I roleplay in the MMO Elder Scrolls Online, a shit ton of lore. In Final Fantasy 14, god damn, there is so many lore. Same with World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, just all these things. And now it's like Warhammer 40k comes along, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it's just like there are like so many fucking books. There are so many goddamn books about Warhammer 40k.
There's like the books about the factions. There's books about the factions that are part of those big factions. There's books about individual people. What I've been told.
God, there's so much lore.
And it's like everything is like, oh yeah, this war, it lasted for like thousands of years. These guys lived to be like hundreds of years old, and I'm like, that's too much. That is too big.
Yeah,
at least for me.
At one point, again, Jack and then Damien from the Roleplay Rejects, who's been on this podcast, and he really cool guy. I love both of them very much. They tried so hard to like tell me the lore and to like show me how to play and stuff, and I'm just like, it's so much. It's so much, dude. Like they were telling me about the races and stuff like that, and I kind of understand it. But then there are like sub-factions to the races, and then there's like sub-factions to the sub-factions, and I'm just like, I like the salamanders. They're supposed to be the actual good guys. I like them.
That's the only one I know, and I too like the salamanders.
And like that's the one I want to roleplay as. Can I roleplay as a salamander, please? I want to actually help people because life sucks, and I just want to put good in the world. Please let me do that.
Like you said, good in the world. Everything just seems so evil and like violent in it. And it's like that's why I like the salamanders because like they're good.
Mm-hmm.
They actually care about the people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there's just so much.
Oh, speaking of good and like choices like that, did you ever play Mass Effect?
No, I have been yelled at by everyone who's ever brought up Mass Effect because I have not played Mass Effect.
That's totally understandable. Mass Effect is it's a great trilogy. First game takes some time, though. They recently remade the first one and the Mass Effect. I think it's the Legendary Edition. If you do get to play it, I would suggest picking up that. It's like all three games. They reworked the first game to have this sort of same mechanics as the other two games.
Okay.
So because two is like where Mass Effect Mass Effect 1 was really popular. 2 made it very popular, and then everybody was fucking like freaking out about 3, including myself. And so like when they re-released all of it together, they reworked the mechanics of the first one to sort of work the same as the other two, so that people were like, oh, it's one smooth experience.
Alright.
But if you do like role playing, Mass Effect is a pretty cool way, like a pretty cool video game that does that. And it allows you to make your own choices and stuff like that as your own Commander Shepard. You keep the same character and save data over all three games, and like all of your choices affect like the other games and stuff like that. It's so much fun if you really like space sci-fi and you just want like a sort of like a solo role play experience. Absolutely play Mass Effect. I will, but I will not be mad at you.
Try.
Yeah, I won't be mad at you if you don't. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh god, it's just so much fun. I want people to experience it, right?
Mm-hmm. I definitely feel the same way about other or like certain things. I totally feel that.
Yeah. But on the topics of like good choices and stuff like that, Mass Effect is one of those games where like I've played it so many different times, but my favorite run of the game is just like a purely Paragon Good Shepherd. I don't know why. I like seeing people happy. I like seeing things resolve in the favor of like I don't know, peace. All right.
Peace and
People can call me
justice.
people can call me a pansy if they want. I like it when people are at peace and they are happy. I don't know why, all right?
No, I understand that. I mean, like every RPG I can think of that I've played, like Skyrim, Fallout, those were my first two big ones. I just try to be the people pleaser, which doesn't always work because in the end you have to kill someone. But you can still try.
Oh, I was a dick in Skyrim. I'm an absolute asshole in Skyrim. I mean, I've played good runs, of course, but I don't know. It's so much fun just to run up to people with buckets and shove them over their heads and do shit. I don't know. I'm a lunatic in those games.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like it's just code. You can be mean to them; they won't care until they do care.
Mass Effect is one of those games I definitely want to see. Like I want more stories out of. Like I've gone so far as to actually listen to actual plays, podcasts for Mass Effect. Oh god, I just fucked up my words. I have gone through and listened to podcasts of actual plays in the Mass Effect universe, just because I'm like, I want more Mass Effect and I want more stories for Mass Effect. Essentially, what it is me searching for fan fiction.
I've never been really one to like be into that until recently, fanfic that is, because I realized some source material just isn't that good when you can just, improve it. Who is... one moment.
Hello?
Never mind, that was a scam caller. But yeah, no, so, and that's also something that got me into RP, is because we're like...
You could have put them on the podcast.
Oh, I could have. Oh, dang! I should have done that. No, yeah, I looked at my phone and I was like, well, who the hell is calling me at like 11:01?
I would have laughed. That would have been so great if we could have gotten a scam caller to talk about roleplay with us.
I mean, I could call him back.
No, it's okay. Please don't. I don't want them to have your number anymore. Like, don't. I don't want to make it worse for you. Just the idea and the opportunity was just there in my. Anyways, you were saying. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fanfic. That's right. I've technically not read any independent fanfic. Like I haven't like gone looking for it just to like read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you think about it, sometimes RP just is fanfic.
That's true. That is true. Because no, role playing. It depends on where you look at it. It has a few different definitions, but it's generally all acting out the aspect of a character. But like, if role playing is about telling a story or acting out a character for the sake of a story, then or even training, then is the idea of writing a character that's not yours role playing, right? Like in a way, in a sense it is, for sure. Like at least it feels like it, like, right? Like, mind you, again, I haven't gone out and like I don't actively go out and read fanfic or anything like that, right? And I'm not shaming anybody who does listen to fanfic. Fanfic is a cool thing. It is a great way to expand on a story. It is a great way to bring a community together. Fanfiction is what it is. Fanfiction, awesome. But I do roleplay in MMOs. So, and we all have our own little characters, and we're all typing at each other, and we're all like sending paragraphs and stories, and we're responding and we're reacting and influencing each other. Is that in itself a fanfic?
I think I'm gonna say yes. That is. That's how I view it.
It's one of those things I've never thought about until you just brought it up.
Yeah, because it's basically you're creating an extension to the universe you're role-playing in, which I guess by technicality is fan fiction. It's fan-made fiction. And so yeah, like all the characters we roleplay in the My Hero server, they're all original characters. We did like a whole time skip thing, and we changed a bit of like how the story ends. Because, well, technically it hasn't ended yet, so we just, made an ending, and skipped ahead 5 years, I think. And then we're like, oh, a lot of the teachers have retired or whatever. There's new heroes now because, 5 years stuff changes. We've kept, like, a few, but almost everyone, like, I think we have, like, 7 teachers. And then there was the 18 students from our class, and then there was a whole like support class that had characters. It was a lot of characters for like just 8 people. I only had 2 characters, and sorry, but yeah.
No, it's fine because I'm still actually very curious about the My Hero Academia thing. I mean, feel free to go off on that tangent if you like. Because like that's one of those things where it's like it because this is all in a Discord server, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So essentially, I think that a Discord server for these things is a really cool idea because it gives people and players and storytellers access to an ability to kind of control things outside of, like in a tabletop, you have to worry about God, right? The GM. And in MMO, you have to worry about the narration of the physical story that you're role-playing in. Like in World of Warcraft, no matter how many times you might think that you are better than Arthas, your character did not, in fact, kill Arthas. I'm sorry. Like that sort of stuff. But in like a Discord, where it's all private and it's all controlled by like a few people, like there's a certain amount of freedom there. And I've gone off on a tangent, and I forgot the reason why I went off on this tangent. I think I was just trying to say I'm really interested in the My Hero Academia server.
Oh, well, where can I go? So, I talked about all the characters. And like I said, it was 5 years in the future, but everyone the main focus is on the class 1C, I believe, is what we were all assigned, which I don't think in the original was a hero course. I could be wrong. I haven't watched it since the first season came out, but yeah, so we do that, and we're just we have like a story that we're gonna follow. The mods, there are mods, there are rules. There is technically 3 very, very lenient gods. And so they're basically there just to make sure, everyone is having a, good time. Everyone gets their own like time to shine, basically. Because
if they are, if your little group is wanting more people, I can be more than happy to put a link to the server or make a note of the name of the server in the description, and people can follow it to you guys if you would like.
I would have to ask, because I am not one of those very lenient gods. I'll see. Let's see if it's Sunday. I think 2 of the gods are working, and 1 I don't think is awake yet. But we can get into that later.
Yeah, we can get into that later. But one of the things I was curious about is, like, you said there's 7 teachers, right? And there's class 1C. Is there like enough people for several different classrooms, or is it just the single classroom?
When I said teachers, I should have said faculty, because there's like, let's see, because we have 2 teachers for our class 1C. It swaps between two like I said, everyone is, or almost everyone is like an OC, so that swaps between two different teachers from time to time. And then we have the support class, which isn't as big. There's only, I think, five characters in that class. That one doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's there, it exists. And then there's the
redheaded stepchild of the My Hero Academia class,
basically.
Oh no.
And then what else? There's the nurse. We changed out the recovery girl from the original My Hero for an OC that someone made. We kept the principal the same. The principal is still the rat ferret thing. I don't know what he is. We kept him, and we have someone who roleplays him really good, because he just does it good. And then we have some other teachers from the older years, but they don't have a class really. There's a few older characters, quote quote. But I think those characters, or those teachers, are gonna get introduced when we actually progress to the next year, and then the year after. Because I think there's 3 years, if I'm remembering how it works. Because we're in the first year, then there'll be second year, and then there'll be third year, and then I think we graduate. So I think there'll be more interactions with those other teachers later, and then less with the ones we already had as time goes on.
Is this removed from the story entirely, or is it or does the story of y'all's community correlate with the story of the story? And oh fuck me, I'm saying story too much. Does it all follow the same lore of and events of the universe, or is it y'all's own separate thing?
It follows it up to a certain point. So, like I said, this takes place 5 years after the manga happens. Because there's no definitive ending. And originally, we had it take place at the same time. And some events were going to happen, but we're also going to change some events so that our characters were the star of the show instead of the original cast. But then there was a lot of complications, and people didn't want to have to roleplay as canon characters. And so we're like, okay, what if we just skip ahead so that we don't have to worry about all that and just write our own timeline? And then we just basically did that. So I'm pretty sure everything. Like I said, I've only seen the first season. Everything from the first season happens, and then like some stuff from the second, third season happen. I think the fourth is where they started changing things to like quote fit the narrative, if that makes sense. Like nothing major, but it's like, oh, our OC was here at this battle, and that's where he got a little bit of fame and became known, or stuff like that. And then, like I said, no definitive ending to My Hero yet. So we're just like, the good guys win, yay! And then we just skipped ahead so that we didn't have any like conflict.
Right. Well, Merc, it has been a pleasure to talk with you. We are coming up on our hour, and I have to keep it an hour. Yeah, because if it goes on longer than this, and trust me, I can keep talking, but I can't because editing over an hour is a nightmare.
It is. Yeah.
I don't wish that upon my worst enemies. It's mostly my fault too, because God, I just make so much work for myself.
Yeah, I feel that.
One of the things I like to ask people who come into the podcast is that do you happen to have any advice or anything that you would like to tell the roleplay community at large?
Oh, I don't know. Just I guess when creating a person, just be whoever you want. Roleplay is supposed to be, I don't know, I guess I see it as an escape from reality a little bit, so that we can be who we want to be.
Do you know who we want to be right now? Do you know who we want to be?
I mean, I know who I want to be.
We want to be Gundam pilots. That's what we want to be.
Damn straight.
We want to be fucking Gundam pilots.
Damn straight.
Oh! My mind over this. All right. Thank you so much, Berg. Like I said, it's a genuine pleasure to have you on and to talk.
It was a pleasure to talk about all this. Yeah. Thank you for having me.